Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala man la nabiyya ba'da. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has given us opportunity to get to this level we have gotten to. The second part of our khutbah today, we'll be talking about, inshallah, as I've said last week. Today, I'm going to stop the issue of who are the Bani Israel. I try to filter all where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talked about them in Quran. I thought I would be able to finish everything, but despite the fact that this is the fourth week we are talking about them, I've just done 50%. So we too, we can extensively go and learn more about them. We have talked extensively about them. So with the little we have done, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put barakah in it. And the lessons that we have derived, we just want to let us know that they are arrogant set of people, they are ungrateful set of people, and how they have been killing their prophets. So inshallah, I'm going to peg the issue of Bani Israel, who are they? I'm going to peg it today. May Allah give us life and let us be in a good state of health. Next week, we're going to continue what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have done to them, and how they became ungrateful to Allah. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevated them. Their rise and fall. Al-Afidatun al-Rafiya. All these, they are the names of Allah. Min asma'ullahi al-Husna. Al-Rafiu, Allah is the one that elevates. Al-Afidah is the one that will bring you down. He throw you and he dethrone you. How did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did this for them? That is what we are going to talk next week, inshallah. And I will totally close the issue of Bani Israel. Now, second part of Khutbah. 5 weeks ago, we started talking about the land of Palestine itself. Who owns the Palestinian land, which we brought instances from Al-Quran al-Karim, right from Egypt. Our Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah brought them out. Even Pharaoh is from Kibiti, is from among the Israel. And who is the Banu Israel? We have mentioned it last week. Nabi Yaqub alayhi salamullah. And how it transited down to where we are today. Now, this particular land that we are talking, we have mentioned a lot about what Quran of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us. In the contemporary society we find ourselves now, what has brought this uncivil unrest that led to the killing, massacre, Holocaust, genocide of human beings on this same Palestinian land? From documental facts, history, it was well known that this particular land, it belongs to our Muslim brothers that are Arabs. As we mentioned to us 5 weeks ago, that they told Nabi Musa alayhi salamullah that فَإِنَّ فِيهَا قَوْمٌ جَبَّارِينَ, that there are powerful people that are inside there, that we are not going to follow you in. They told Nabi Musa, but the powerful people of there, yesterday, they are the Duafa of today, they are the weak people of today. The Arab, that the Banu Israel said, we are not going to go inside because they are powerful. They are nowhere to be found today because they are already dining on the same table with the people that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said they will be dining with. And their relationship will never suffice anything to protect the image of Islam. The Europeans, precisely, the Britain, they are the one that established this project of Zionism. And what is this Zionism? It's just like to create a homeland for the Jews. It was an European project. All these things that you are seeing, it was an European project. And where did it start from? From 1900 till today that we are here, we are in it now. In 1914, just a brief history, so that we can understand that all this, it has its own political undertone. We have talked about the Quran. Now let us talk about what is happening in reality. In 1914, an heir apparent that can succeed a throne called Arch Francis Fernandez of a particular region that we call Austro-Hungarian. This particular heir to the throne was assassinated, and just on his assassination, just because of his assassination, that was what led in 1914. That was what led to what? Led to the First World War. The First World War was not called First World War because there was no war after them. It was called a Great War as of 1914. This now escalated till 1918. The persecution continued till 1918. But in 1915, the Europeans, particularly this Britain, they had a consensus, an alliance with France that the Arab land we need to take over. That was Palestine. That was in 1915. But before we be able to take over, the person that is ruling the Arab in Makkah, whom was the Sherif of Makkah then, he was called Hussein ibn Ali. We need to penetrate him. If we don't penetrate him, we can't achieve any among our mission. And then the power, the superpower in the world was Britain. America just came to limelight after the World War II. They were nowhere to be found after their expulsion from the colonialism of the UK after 200 years ago that they liberated themselves. The ruling power, the superpower of the world that was controlling 3/4 of the world was UK. But they partnered with the French authority, with the assent of the Italy and the Russia. They now say, okay, we have a project that we need to execute. We need to share all the Arabian lands amongst ourselves. To cut the long story short, they said we need to isolate Palestine. Palestine was isolated among all the Arab lands. The Russians, they took the Lebanon. The French, they took a particular Arab land. The UK, they took Syria, they took all some is precisely distributed on a map. That is how we are going to take them, how we are going to share them. They turned the Arabian land to apple pie that they can just share within themselves. The killing of that Arch Francis Fernandez is still there. That was killed in 1914. Was still there till 1918. So in 1915, there was a man who was the secretary of the United Kingdom to Egypt. He was called Henry McMahon. That Henry McMahon, he now said, for us to be successful, we need to fight, we need to gain a particular land among the Arab lands, which was Makkah. So they signed an agreement, a hidden agreement. The United Kingdom, they have 3 ambiguous agreements that they made on this same Palestinian land. I'm going to mention them. And we're going to continue next week, inshallah. So that every one of us, we should wake up from our slumber. We need to know history. Is it just for us to be doing Allahumma damir America, Allahumma damir United Kingdom? You have families there now. If you're asking Allah to destroy all of them at the same time, your families too are there. You ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to deal with the people that are disturbing Islam and the believers. This McMahon now said there is nothing we can do. We need to send an emissary to Makkah. They now send T.E. Lawrence. Those of you that you might have ever watched a documentary, Lawrence of Arabia. It was that same person they now sent to the Sherif of Makkah, Hussein ibn Ali. They now told him that if you can break the Ottoman Empire, the person that was there then was the 40th descendant of Nabiuna Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ottoman is English. They changed Usmanu to Ottoman, Ottoman, instead of Usman. And then the empires that were ruling, they were 4. We have the German Empire, we have the Russian Empire, we have the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and we have this Ottoman Empire. So it was the Ottoman Empire that they targeted, because the three empires before the Ottoman Empire, they have been decimated in between 1914 and 1918. I hope you are following me. So in 1914, they now wrote an agreement, a secret agreement, October 24, 1915, with the Sherif of Makkah, that we want you to give us some of the Arabian land in isolation of Palestine. That we are going to make you the Khalifa. You know, it was just a Sherif of Makkah that you are talking of, Oba of Lagos, or you are talking of Oba of Ekwe. Oba of Ekwe can't go to Ajah and go and tell them that if you talk about your back woman, you to walk on your man. Oba love of all Bubende, Nike, or war, and Nile Kiji, walk your lower. They Gujere Anunka, they shine Zaka Emuji Matanka, Kari Magana Dinkina. In Kachi Zaka. Sa nuka ya sallake bango gidan wani ai za yanka to cikin compound ɗinka ne kai ne sarki in ka ce za ka sallaka kai. So Sherif of Makkah, they now promise him that he's going to become the Khalifa of the Arabian Peninsula. He now agreed and sold out the birthright of his what? Of his Arabs. That was why I keep referring us back to the last 3-4 verses of Surah Al-Anfal. You know, every time I mention that Surah Al-Anfal, those verses, they are very pregnant. If you can go and confirm the meaning. That was the first agreement they held. With whom? With Sherif of Makkah in 1915. They were on it. They have not finished that. They have not planned, they have not executed it. They've started the second secret agreement. That one was called Sykes-Picot. That one was in March 1916. 1915 October 1916. Again, within 4 or 5 months. They were signing it clandestinely without the knowledge of McMahon, that was their secretary to Egypt. So what now brought that one to the limelight? The Russia, they now have internal revolution crisis. The Tsars were perpetrating evil. A particular group of people, they dethroned them. The Bazaars or the Butch now came on board. So they now saw that agreement. They now brought it out. So McMahon was very angry that we have not even executed this. We are doing another agreement on how to share the what? To share the Arabian land. That was the second agreement. In 1916, they now come together again. They didn't agree on the first one. They didn't agree on the second one. They now wrote another secret agreement in 1916. That is the one they called Balfour Declaration. Lord Balfour Declaration in 1916. All this, which time will not allow us to be discussing it extensively, all this, we are the secret agreement that the United Kingdom, this same Britain, this same England, this same London, that they agreed secretly on how to distribute the Arabian land in isolation of Palestine. It was in 1947. There are a lot of incidences from that 1918 till 1947. They now held a United Nations General Assembly. That was where they now suggested that they are going to what? They are going to establish Jewish home states for the Jews in Palestine. They have a resolution that is called United Nations Resolution 181. That was in 1947. We stop there today, inshallah. We continue from there because we need to understand. Because these particular Israelis, they will never stop at Tayyum al-Qiyamah. And every 2, 3, 4, 4 years, they used to fight a particular Islamic country, which I'm going to mention to us because of Allah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us and protect our Muslim brothers wherever they are. Please, I need to quickly do a summary for our Muslim brothers that cannot understand what I'm doing. I do it very short because I didn't interpret to them last week. Yawa, da Allah ya kuli sati da ya wuce bai maimaita mana abin da muka yi magana a kai ba, kuma gashi lokaci kuma ya kure. Magana da muka yi sati da ya wuce shine batun su banu Isra'ila da muke ta faɗa tun kamar sati 4 yanzu. Sati na 5 na can mun magana fili na Palestine da ake faɗa a kansa. To kuma yau na ce na son kammala akan maganan su waye ne su banu Isra'ila din nan. Duk karatun nan muna yi tare da ku ne tuntuni. To sati da ya wuce mun yi magana a kansu, yau kuma mun yi magana a kansu. Bari in gaya muku wanda muka yi a yau. Yanda Allah suka tambaye annabi, suka tambaye Allah ce suna so annabi bayan annabi Musa ya tafi, ba su da nabi, ba su da annabi. Sai suka ce Allah muna so annabi. So a cikin su ne Allah ya ciro musu annabi. Suna annabi din nan shine Shamwil. Annabi din nan ya taso ya fara aiki da Allah ya tura ya ta yi. Sai suka gaya masa ce to muna so ka ba mu sarki, ka nemo mana sarki. Sai ya cire musu a cikinsu. Kuma kun san annabawa Allah ba za su yi abin da Allah bai ce su yi ba. Sai ya cire wani a cikinsu sunansa Talut. Yana cikin suratul Bakara, karatun da muka yi cikin suratul Bakara aya na 246 zuwa aya na 252. Sai suka gaya masa ce kai rashin kunya ne wannan, ya za ka ba mu irin wannan da yake ubansa ba mu ba san uban shi a cikin mu ba, shi dan ba shi ba wanda ya san shi, shi matalauci ne, bai da kuɗi, bai da wani abu. Kusan masu girman kai ɗin yadda suke magana. Sai gaya masu ce Allah ya zabe shi ne domin yana da ilimi kuma yana da jiki mai kyau. So wanda ya kamata mu baku shine mun baku. Ku bar magana kuɗi. Ku kuna da kuɗi ne ba ku da hankali. Kuna da kuɗi ne ba ku da wayo. Ku yi shiru. Aka yi ba su amsa. To sai suka gaya masa, suka ce wanda zai jagorace mu domin mu je mu yi fada, mu je mu yi jihadi. To sai gashi lokacin jihadi ya zo. Sai gaya masu ce jihadi ya zo, ina fatan ba za ku juya baya ba ko? Sai suka ce me yasa za mu juya baya? Bayan mun riga mun bar gidajenmu, mun bar iyalanmu, gashi muna kan hanya, ya za mu juya baya? Sai suka kai wani gurin rafi. Sai Taluta da shi da sarkinsu sai gaya masu ce kar kowa ya sha ruwa, ya sha wannan ruwa din ko yana tsakanin Jordan, Urdun, yadda Qur'ani ya gaya mana, yana tsakanin Urdun da Palestine da muke magananta. Ruwan nan yana nan har yau tun lokaci annabi Shamwil. Duk abubuwa da muke tarihi da muke muna ji a cikin Qur'ani nan fa suna nan har yau. Su annabi Samud da yake suna da tsayi, in suna jin yunwa, in sun sukuna haka sun sa hannu a cikin rafi ko a cikin, za su je su dauki babban kifi. In sun tashi haka sun display da kifi zuwa sama haka, rana sai gasa kifi, haka ne za su yi ta ci. In suna neman gidaje da za su zama, in sun ga babban dutse mountain, in sun yi haka kamar excavator, in ya yi zane haka ya zama gida kenan. Allah ya ba su, suna da tsayi sosai, suna da karfi sosai. Samudawa kenan. Allah bai yaye su ba, ya cire dukansu. Waye ne mu? Ai wanda Allah bai zai yayi kama ba, Allah bai zai alice shi ba ko? Sai ya musu wannan rafin fa, wannan ruwa kar ku sha. Duk wanda bai sha ba shine nawa. Sai dai kuma wanda ya dafi annu daya in ya sha to shi mutumin na ne. Haka ne magana ne a cikin Qur'ani. Suka sallaka. Da suka sallaka sai wansu kuma suka yi ridda. Kamar yadda suka yi ma annabi Musa, ai banu Isra'ila halin su din nan ba zai fita jikin su ba a tayyamar kiyama. Suna ta tafiya suka hango Jaluta. Jaluta yana da jiki, yana da karfi, yana da yara sojoji da yawa bila adad.
cikin musulmin nan wanda suka bi Taluta sarkin su din nan sai suka ce wayo Allah mu wayannan ai za su kashe mu nawa ne ga su wannan ma bila adad ne ba iyaka suka gaya masa haka a cikin su kuma sai wasu suka ce wai da Allah ku bar magana kan min fiyati qalilatin galabatin fiyatan kasiratan bi iznillah da Allah ku bar magana ai su mutanen Makka su Quraishi lokacin yakin Badari ai su dubu ne manzo Allah da wanda suka bi shi su da ribu da wani abu ne ai Allah ya ba su nasara lokacin yakin Hudu su manzo Allah da sahabansa su 1000 ne su kafiran nan mutanen Makka da iyakansu su 3000 ne Allah ya ba su nasara lokacin yakin Handak musulmai su dubu guda uku 3000 su wannan 10,000 ne Allah ya ba su nasara ku manta kan min fiyatin qalilatin galabatin fiyatan kasiratan bi iznillah ba wai yawancin mu bane yanda muka tsaya kan istikama shine babban magana shine nake tambaya alkunutu da muna ta yi tunda aka fara yaki da ake yi a Palestine din nan Qur'ani da muna ta karanta lilafi da muna ta karanta tabbaciya da muna ta karanta me yasa Allah bai rubuje wayannan mutanen Isra'ila bane me yasa har yanzu zamu ci Allah bai karbi addu'ar mu bane to karatu da muka yi kenan lokaci ya wuce Allah ya samu gama lafiya inna la ya'murukum bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i zil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar wal baghi ya'izukum la'allakum tadhakkarun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking every one of us to do good, which every one of us we know what is good and what is bad. Al-ihsan an ta'budu Allah ka'annaka tara'u fa in lam takun tara'u fa innahu yarak. Duk abin da muka san ce shine alheri mu yi ta yi. In kowa bai ce maka sannu da aiki ba, Allah yana ce maka sannu da aiki. Al'adlu mu yi daidai, ku da kuna da mataye guda biyu, kuna da mataye guda uku, kuna da yara da yawa, yara guda biyu guda uku. Allah ya ce mu yi hadalci tsakanin su. Kuma wajen aikin mu bayan da zamu yi akwai wasu a cikin yara da suna bin mu. Za mu so su kamar yara da ya fita a jikinmu ne. In mun don gairu su mu kiyaye da su a tsakanin wayancan, domin ba mu kiyaye ba yadda aka yi ma Annabi Yusuf da an jefe shi a cikin rijiya, aka ne za a jefe wannan ma a cikin rijiya. In kuma ba rijiya a tsakanin ka ko za a nemo mashi wani laifi da ya ma bai ma sani ba, domin an san kana son sa. Al'adlu duk abin da muna yi mu yi daidai, in abinci ne ma mu ci abinci ba karami ba ba mai yawa ba. Duk wanda akwai wani hadisi da yake wai duk mai ci abinci da yawa ko zai rashin hankali, domin duk abin da za ka yi tunani abinci ba za ka yi wayo ba. Wai ta jin kurba iyalanmu ba wai matanmu kawai ba, ba wai yaranmu kawai ba, inda aka haifi su mamanmu, inda aka haifi su babanmu, dukansu mu yi zaman mutunci tare da su. Wa yana 'anil fahsha'i wal munkar wal baghi, abubuwa aiki mummunan aiki ayyuka mu nisanci wayannan ayyuka. Muna so Allah ya amsa addu'ar mu, Allah ya amshi addu'ar mu. What I say conclusively, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking us to do good that we all know. Our family members, we should relate with them very well. Our neighbors, we should relate with them. Forget they are not Muslim. You that you are Muslim, have you died in a state of iman? La tuzaku anfusakum huwa a'lamu biman ittaqa. Leave everybody with Allah. Baligh ma unzila ilayk. Deliver whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent you. You can't force anybody to say la ilaha illallah. You can't force anybody to go to masjid to go and observe salah. You know, Allah told Rasul, Baligh ma unzila ilayk. Just deliver your message. You can't force them. So this one is not a Muslim, this one is not a clinical, this one, I won't let him benefit from the water from my compound. Are you the owner of the water? You that the day wait that you might die, they might not get water to bath you. Allah is asking us to do good. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive every one of us. So, our brothers that are taking care of this place for us, that is making it habitable for us, to be coming here every Friday, to be praying here,
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answer their prayers. Yesterday, some of our fathers, some of our uncles, they tried to fix this AC for us. From their pockets, they fixed it for us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enrich them. As you are entering, you see that we have a very large space inside that big hall now. There's two family, they are elderly people with good intention. They did it. They were there. Even me, I said, Kai, this ladder, you must not take all this ladder. I will come and support you. I had to come and join them when they are about finishing. These are all what we need to do. We might not have money, but we should use our kuwa wal jism. So whatever Allah has given us, we should use it. So all their effort, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and every one of our effort, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't let it be in futility. You might not do it here. Maybe you are doing it somewhere. Maybe in the mosque in your neighborhood. But you must do. If you don't do, you will regret on the day of Qiyamah. Even before you leave this world, you will regret. If you don't do anything in masjid, if you don't take care of your family, well, except to be Rabbil Kaaba, you will regret. The little you will do, God, you will regret that I didn't be, I know I would have done more than this. If you don't have money, participate. If you don't have good health, be there, support them. Put this block here, take this shovel, take this side away, do this, contribute with whatever Allah has given you. Brother, take this shovel, take this digger. I don't have good health. Let them know. Maybe just because of that, Allah can restore your health. But you are saying, no, I can't participate in it. Allah, no, participate is already. Whatever you can do to support the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, do it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. May Allah gather us in Jannatul Firdaus. May Allah gather us in Jannatul Firdaus. May Allah gather us in Jannatul Firdaus. Our security brothers, our security fathers, the ones that have retired among them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to protect you. Allah that has protected you till the time you are able to retire, and you are doing a PR now. It's not by your making, it's not by your knowledge, it's not by your might. Majority of your mates, they dismiss them. Majority of them, they die. Majority of them, one bullet is still they are still battling with it over 25 years now. And will never get killed. You went there, you worked, and you came out, I'm still healthy, let me go and do something in the next 5 years again. It's not by your making. So as you are here, you must continue to do good. Because what you should be expecting now, all the effort you are putting yesterday, you should repeat today. And you should be thinking of how you are going to return back to Allah. All the misdeeds you have done during your service here, it is now that you cannot pay back. Allah forgive me, I didn't know. I didn't hear. Okay, I did it while I was arrogant. Now I'm very submissive. Allah forgive me. That is what is remaining for us. Those of you that we are retired. So, we that we are in active service, we don't know, maybe we are going to retire before we are being retired. Because some people, they will be retired before they will get retired. Allah, whenever we are going to complete our mission, let us complete it in a fulfilled state. Our families, wherever they are, Allah continue to protect them. We too that we are here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to protect us. This project that has brought us all together, Allah, let it see the light of the day. And when it commences operation, let the benefit be shared with every one of us. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. Our executives in this country that are governing us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are asking you to direct their affairs. Let them take the best decision that is going to favor us. Our Muslim brothers that are undergoing persecution, wherever they are, not only in Gaza, wherever they are, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fight for them and fight your cause on them. We too, the war, the internal war, the external war, Allah don't let us experience it. ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين ودمر أعداءك أعداء الدين وانصر عبادك الموحدين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكيها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها مولاها بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا أبي محمد النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.